Hey YouTube, hope everyone's okay out there. Hope you're all doing well on this Thursday evening. So welcome to another cutting edge guitar advanced, intermediate / advanced lesson. What I'm going to do at the beginning of this session is just a very brief recap of what's going on with these particular live streams so that you're in the picture. This is kind of like I'm doing a very progressive set of lessons here on this particular stream, and what we're doing is we're basically mapping out the fretboard. This is all about learning your fretboard, being more proficient around the guitar, understanding how you put things together, how it all works, all of that stuff. And the reason for that, or who this is for, the lessons, like what I'm aiming these lessons at, is a lot of the people that I've taught over the years are players that are hobbying guitar players. I've taught lots of people that are in bands and touring and writing music and doing that sort of thing as well, but most of the people that would have come to me for lessons in my sort of studio when I was back in Northampton, all that sort of stuff, they would have been looking to just play the guitar for fun and enjoy themselves at home. And I think that there's a really valid reason to play if you're playing and if you're sort of worrying about whether you are going to go and perform or do gigs and all that sort of stuff, you feel a bit of pressure about that sort of thing. You don't need to worry about it at all. What you want to do is, if you treat this like it's a PlayStation, like you want to play at home, just play for your own enjoyment, that's fine. I think there's a lot of people that get worried about this sort of stuff because you'll see lots of sort of interviews with top musicians that you're really interested in, people that are in bands, people that are out there gigging all the time, all that stuff. And a big part of the advice that they give is get out and play with other musicians. You've got to go and gig, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And to a point, I do agree with that it helps you play a certain way when you're used to communicating with other musicians and all that sort of stuff. But there's a lot of people out there, like a big, massive portion of the market of people that buy a guitar that don't want to do that. They don't want to be under pressure. They don't want to be on the stage. They don't want to be putting themselves out there on the internet, and they just want to play guitar for themselves, and that's absolutely fine. Now, don't get me wrong, the stuff that I'm talking about in these lessons here, they would be helpful for almost anyone who's playing the guitar, I'm sure, because knowing your fretboard better and being more proficient at moving around it isn't going to hurt you at all. But I think the big hole in where the tuition is at for people is that there's lots of people out there that buy a guitar, they buy a bunch of pedals and fancy amps and stuff like that. They've got access to all these backing tracks on YouTube, and they sit down and they go, right, now I'm going to have some fun with the guitar. And then they go, I don't really know what to play. Like, what should I do? So I'm trying to help fuel that creativity for people here. So what we've done in the lessons up to now, we've been mapping the C major scale up and down single strings. Now, I'm not going to go over all of that stuff here today because, of course, it's been done. So if you want to catch up to where we are, some of the live streams that I've done previously, if you watch them on my channel, you'll see what I've talked about there, and you'll start to get that under your fingers and all that sort of stuff. But also what I've done is, whenever I do these live streams, I record them, and at the end of what I'm doing here on YouTube, there will be more content that I add for my members over at Cutting Edge Guitar. For example, on the very first lesson where I showed you how to learn the scales inside and out, up and down the fretboard and that sort of thing, I also included underneath the video on my platform a fretboard diagram that shows that. There's also a lesson article that will break these things down more. So if you want to get hold of all of that stuff, the links will be in the description, and it's a very small monthly fee to help support me so that I can make more lessons for people like you here on YouTube and all that sort of thing. So I'm just going to record this for my platform, and we're going to get going. So what we're doing here right now, we're going to play the notes on the third string. So we're moving on to the third string, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to take our 16th note sequence that we've been using up to now, which is basically just go 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to take that all the way along the G string. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play that on that G string there, and then what we're going to do, we're going to do that through all of the modes of C major. So let me set up the backing tracks. So if you haven't got this down already so that you know the notes on the string, what you'll want to do is make sure that you've got that mapped, and as I say, recap the previous lessons for that. What we're going to do now is I'm going to put on that C major backing track, and we're going to play it pretty much from the 19th fret down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, reverse and ascend that all over a C Ionian backing track. So it will sound something like this. And then we'll do that ascending back the other way. Start it from the open G string, which will come out something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you've got your guitar and you're ready to play along with this, I'll count us in. We'll do it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that you try and finish on a C note so that you match the backing. Right, ascending, we'll also try and finish on a C again. When I count us in, we'll go with the right part of the backing track. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish on that C. Okay, let's now repeat this, but as we've done in previous lessons, we're going to do this over D Dorian. Exactly the same notes, nothing's changing in terms of what we're playing on the fretboard. All that's changing is our tonal center, so we're hearing this a different way. Let's play along together, guys. When I count us in, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you finish on the right note for the key that we're in. Now ascending. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's move this on to E Phrygian. So make sure that you go to your E notes when you're completing, so I'll probably go from the ascending, I'll slide up to the E here, and then on the way up, finish on the E there. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound of Phrygian, right? Ascending, 3, 4. Okay, let's move this on to F Lydian. 1, 2, 3, 4. ascending, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving on to G Mixolydian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish on your open G. And ascending, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to that G at the 12th fret. Okay, let's move this on to A Aeolian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's ascending, starting from the G. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what we've done there, guys, we've been all through the G string only, up and down in our 16th note sequence, mapping that out and hearing it, putting that sequence in there, getting it in our ears and all of that sort of thing. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the live stream here on YouTube, and I'll just carry this on a little bit more for my members over at Cutting Edge Guitar. So I want to talk about how you can make this sort of stuff even more useful. If you want to catch that part of this lesson, do take a look at the links in the description, and basically come on over to my platform, Cutting Edge Guitar. There's loads more content than just this stuff, but you'll find out more about that over there. I won't bore you with that here. So I will see you in another video on YouTube sometime soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.